Hello, hello. Turn it on.
But it's not. Everybody.
Check.
Okay. Okay, is he doing it?
If we could have everyone clear the aisles, please, we'd like to begin.
No, that wasn't. That was him. Well, this has to work. This is where everybody's speaking from.
Once again, we'd like to request that everyone kindly clear the aisles, find your seats. We'd like to begin the program. Thank you.
I know, but barely. It's not me. It's the kids that have to talk to you. I agree. You know, and then nobody's going to hear them.
Well, he knows that we're starting. He should have eyes on you. He's in that corner.
Which guy is it? I don't know who he is.
See the gentleman sitting in the back of the black shirt? It's
Right.
actually next to him, behind the actual soundboard.
Oh, I don't see him.
A couple of checks to get his attention.
Everybody, please clear the aisles. We're about to begin the ceremonies. Where's Richie? I don't see Richie. Oh, here he comes. Robert Kamenetsky.
At this time, we'd like to request that everyone kindly clear the aisles, make your way to your seats so we can begin the program.
Everyone can please find their seats. We ask everyone to please find their seats. We would like to begin the program. Everyone can please find your seats.
Start playing. Start playing. The processional. What? No, just start the processional. Let's give a round of applause for the graduating class of 2017. And now I would like to call upon Mr. Tzvi Lampert to lead us in the Star-Spangled Banner and in the Hatikva.
Kol od balevav pinima nefesh Yehudi homiya ulfatei mizrach kadima ayin l'tzion Sophia. O lo avda tikvateinu ha-tikva mashnot alfayim liot hamchavshi miyatzenu Eretz Zion Yerushalayim Liot amchavshi miyatzenu Eretz Zion Yerushalayim. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets ran clear, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Please be seated. I'd like to welcome everybody to the 21st annual commencement exercises of the Stella K. Abraham High School for Girls of the Hebrew Academy of Long Beach. Permit me to introduce the members of the dais. To my right, Mrs. Etty Hirschberg and Mrs. Mindy Aryeh, Parents Council Presidium. Mrs. Marjorie Kellner, the School Executive of SKA. Mr. Richie Hagler, the Executive Director of HALB. Mr. Nathaniel Rogoff and Mr. Mitchell Kirshner, Co-Presidents of HALB. Mrs. Helen Spurn, who doesn't know what she does? Okay. Mrs. Razy Chechik, the Principal of SKA. Mrs. Dina Cobry, the Associate Principal of SKA. Mrs. Sandy Pomerantz, the Administrator of SKA. Ms. Elana Flumenhaft, Associate Principal of SKA. Mrs. Elisheva Kamenetsky, Director of Spiritual Guidance at SKA. Rabbi Yisrael Kamenetsky, Principal of DRS and Rosh Yeshiva of HALB. Rabbi Yosef Zakutinsky, Director of Student Programming. Rabbi Dr. Uriel Lubetsky, the Principal of HALB Middle School. And Mr. Richard Alterby, the Principal of HALB Lower School. And now it is my great pleasure to introduce Shani Axelrod, who will deliver the first salutatory address.
Rabbanim mechubadim, b'nei mishpacha, chaviro ubogro, SKA, shnat tafshin ein zayin. אנחנו עומדות כאן בסיום כיתן י"ב שלנו, מוטבות בפרץ של זיכרונות נוסטלגיים וחוויות מהשנים שלנו ב-SKA. אנחנו מהוססות וגם נרגשות כשאנו מתחילות לחשוב על החיים העתידיים שלנו. Honored teachers, parents, family, friends, and fellow graduates. It's hard to imagine that we are here at our graduation. There was a time when we would get lost in the great halls of SKA, wondering how we would get from class in 204 to 001 and find our way through this huge old mansion. 4 years ago, we were young, confused, scared, and eager all at the same time. This giant house held our hopes, dreams, and futures. It's crazy, though, because over the years, that old mansion has literally become a second home. A home which has molded us into a special group of young, proud Jewish women. Today, from the outside, we're all the same gowns, the same caps, the same diplomas. We're all Stella K, we're all Sonics. And there are limitless possibilities before all of us. Yet amazingly, each one of us is so widely different. Each of us with divergent interests and talents, ideas and imaginations, all of which our school has helped nurture and develop. The walls of SKA have seen breathtaking pieces of artwork, heard the sweet sounds of choirs and bands, cheered through countless athletic performances, and have witnessed the development of brilliant words of Torah, writing, and poetry in classrooms, each reflecting the unique and special qualities which we collectively possess. Throughout high school, we have experienced the drama, the tests, the papers, the projects, the pressures of SATs, ACTs, and college applications. We did it all, but we didn't do it alone. Our teachers and administrators putting hours of work into each one of us, seeing our goals and desires as their own, fighting valiantly for our success. We have been the beneficiaries of their knowledge, wisdom, and professionalism. Our parents, encouraging and always there with love and support, cheering us on and assisting us in every possible way. And HaKadosh Baruch Hu, because none of us would be here without him. The stressful times and the joyous, the tears and the laughs were all him. He was with us through it all, and he will continue to be. Today in history, on the 17th of Shivan, Noach stood by the door of the ark, ready to leave the safety of his boat. Exiting the ark would mean taking leave of the comfort of an environment which had protected and sheltered himself and his family from the tumultuous waters which had surrounded it. He was now going to face the daunting task of taking his first steps to an unknown future. Looking out to a new world, one can only imagine his great sense of trepidation and apprehension. It was at that very instant that God called out and gave Noach a directive. Say min hateva, Noach, take leave of the ark. With God's assurance, Noach steps out into a new world filled with promise and potential. I believe that this directive of Hashem, say min hateva, was not only significant for Noach following the flood, but is also very meaningful for all of us here today. We have spent our high school years within the walls of SKA, a very valuable and treasured teva for our community. We have spent these years in a nurturing and protective environment, achieving our academic goals while inculcating within ourselves the greatest values of the Jewish people. And as we stand in this moment of transition in our lives, as we take our own steps towards an unknown future, Hashem calls out to each of us, Say min hateva, go out and impact this world. Go out and take the lessons you have learned in the teva of SKA and sanctify God's name in all that you do. Go out and achieve great things for yourselves and for Am Yisrael. Congratulations, SKA class of 2017. We made it.
Thank you, Shani. Now I'd like to call upon Sarah Meira Weissman for the second salutatory address.
Thank you. Birshut ha'hanhala morot v'rabanim. Al shlosha dvarim ha'olam omed. Al haTorah v'al ha'avoda v'al gmilot chasadim. Harambam masbir at kocham shel shloshet dvarim elu v'hashpa'atam al ha'olam. V'zehu lishono. Yomar shebachochma v'hi haTorah uv'ma'alot hamidot v'hem gmilot chasadim uv'shmira mitzvot haTorah hem hakorbanot tihiyah hatzmadat tikun ha'olam v'sidur mitziyoto al hadarach hashalem. During my time at SKA, I learned so much that I will take with me through life. Perhaps what I am most thankful for is the actualization of this quote from Pirkei Avot. As the Rambam explains, Torah, Avoda, and Gemilat Chasadim are the keys to the continuity and goodness of the world. I'd like to congratulate all of my classmates and my fellow awardees, Nicole, Shani, and Chaya, all of whom are hardworking, sweet, kind girls who represent the ideal Jew that the Rambam speaks of. Baruch Hashem, I grew up in a beautiful family that taught me these principles of the Rambam and led by example. My mom and dad are not just my role models, but also the most loving, caring, fun, and supportive parents who, with 8 children, Kanai Nahara, are still able to make each of us feel special and on top of the world. I love you guys. I'm also especially fortunate that my grandparents and my great-grandfather, Lazer Fuchs, and his wife, Anne, all of whom I feel so close to and learned so much from, could be here today in good health, Ad Me'av Esrim. SKA reinforces the Rambam's words with amazing teachers who teach Torah in a challenging and stimulating way by enhancing our davening through workshops and with a multitude of chesed trips organized by Rabbi Zach and the staff. With SKA's encouragement and influence, I've had the privilege to be a part of incredible organizations such as Lev Litzan, Yachad, and iShine. But hey, I spent 4 years here and learned so much more. So here are 11 life lessons that I learned at SKA that have shaped who I am as a person and will continue to guide me as I move on to the next chapter in life. Lesson number 1, Lashon Chachamim Marpeh. As Mother Teresa said, kind words can be short and easy to speak, but their echoes are truly endless. When I arrived here, math was my weakest and understandably least favorite subject. In the beginning of 9th grade, Mrs. Pomerantz casually asked me, "Were you always so gifted in math?" Mrs. Pomerantz, you probably don't remember saying this, and perhaps you said it to many students, but from these kind words, my self-confidence grew exponentially, no pun intended. And from that day on, I developed a confidence and love for math. Mrs. Budney then reinforced this love, and Dr. Clark inspired me and helped me achieve a deeper understanding of it. To this day, math is my favorite subject. Lesson number 2, a gentle word and good-natured smile can work wonders and accomplish miracles. Mrs. Lavner teaches U.S. history to a class of seniors with major senioritis. Name a harder task, I'll wait. Mrs. Lavner, you teach with a smile and always have a witty comment. I've heard many students say they don't like history, but I've never heard anyone say they don't love your class. Number 3, Shivan Panam la Torah. Over the years, I was privileged to learn from a myriad of gifted and challenging mechanechim. Mrs. Menchel, Mrs. Shmulevitz, Mrs. Falik, Rabbi Rice, Rabbi Zach, Mrs. Feinberg, Rabbi Friedman, Mrs. Chayfetz, Mrs. Kamenetsky, and Mrs. Glatt. I witnessed firsthand the different approaches to learning Torah, ranging from a purely midrashic style to one more focused on pshat, all of which were enlightening and left a deep impact. You taught me that there truly are 70 beautiful and meaningful faces to the Torah. Number 4, plays are meant to be seen, not read. To Mrs. Manny, whose students actually appreciate Shakespeare, thank you for opening our eyes to a whole new world of literature. Shakespeare plays were written to be watched, so why not watch them? And thank you, Ms. Quinn, for showing us Shakespeare in bits. Lesson number 5, to quote President Eisenhower, a sense of humor is part of the art of leadership, of getting along with people, of getting things done. Mrs. Parkoff is one of the funniest people I know and teaches one of the most exciting classes in SKA. Mrs. Parkoff, you make each story and character come to life with your enthusiasm and charisma. Writing has become fun, and proper essay writing is now second nature to us. Number 6, Rome wasn't built in a day. AP courses can be rigorous, difficult, and frustrating. Our AP teachers taught us that if we persevere and keep working at something, success will eventually come, no matter how daunting it may seem. And I'm not sure it gets more daunting than AP Chem. Thank you, Mrs. Glatt, Mr. Hurst, Mrs. Lavner, Dr. Clark, Mrs. Braun, and Mrs. Manny for helping me lay each brick in my venture to build Rome, and to Mrs. Berger for providing me with the engineering tools I need to do it. Also, thank you, Mrs. Rosenfeld, Mrs. Liebtag, and the rest of the Regents teachers for helping us prepare for our favorite end-of-the-year test. Number 7, open heart, open mind. Rabbi Rice, Mrs. Bindiger, Maura Antman, and Maura Ricky taught us the beauty and scope of our many Jewish communities. Going on the Jewish life trip opened our hearts. We were exposed to the spirit and richness of the different sects of Judaism, appreciating how truly beautiful and diverse Am Yisrael is. Lesson number 8. As John Bon Jovi said, nothing is as important as passion. No matter what you want to do with your life, be passionate. Ms. Chechik, we admire so much about you. We love hearing you speak about Israel with such passion and adoration. You taught me that if I set my heart and mind to something, I can achieve it. Your passion changes SKA, and I know you'll do the same in your future endeavors. Mrs. Cobry, you're a source of energy and enthusiasm for all of us. Your spirit makes every program exciting and fun. Number 9, how much a personal touch means. Mrs. Spurn. Well, I've learned many lessons from you. The one that sticks out is that showing people you care about them can heal them and make their day, and put them in their comfort zone. When you say Good Shabbos to each of us every Friday, and when you hand us our birthday roses, it shows us that you care deeply about each and every one of us. Thank you for being such a great leader. Your wisdom and warmth reverberate throughout our school. And although I only spoke about the teachers whose classes I was fortunate enough to be in, Mrs. Spurn and the administration at SKA have assembled the most amazing group of teachers. And on behalf of my graduating class, I want to thank all of you for the incredible impact you've had on us these past 4 years. Lesson number 10, don't despair. To my senior class, we made it. We overcame countless tests, crying pictures, negative parking spots, the juniors always on our case, some people getting a hold of our yearbook pictures, and so much more. But here we are. We are an incredibly close and united grade. Whether it's having fun in the group chat, winning color war, or going crazy at chagigas, we stick together. I know that I can count on any one of you for a smile, a good laugh, or a friend to lean on. And for that, I thank you all. Finally, while I'm a diehard Mets fan, lesson number 11 comes from Derek Jeter's recent retirement speech. I learned that time flies, memories fade, but family is forever. And I'll be eternally grateful to be a part of this family, the SKA family. Thank you, and mazel tov to everyone.
Thank you, Sarah Meira, for that wonderful speech. And now I'd like to introduce Mrs. Helen Spurn. She's been here from the beginning, and she bears a major credit for the success of the institution, which has become a phenomenally successful institution. Helen Spurn.
Many of you don't realize that Mr. Zitter was here even before they selected me to be the principal. Baruch Hashem. Members of the dais, esteemed faculty and colleagues, parents, grandparents, guests, and my beautiful, beautiful Talmidot. Today is a celebration and milestone for the class of 2017 and for the HALB SKA family. These are our 21st commencement exercises, and today we will award 87 new diplomas. We thank Hashem that we have collectively graduated 1,559 SKA young women, Kain Yerbu, during our 24 years of service to the Jewish community. That's worth a... Yeah. I am personally honored to have been here from SKA's inception, educating and empowering you. It's truly a joyous and meaningful part of my life. I'd like to share a brief message with you from this new week's Torah reading, Parshat Shalach, and the story of the Meraglim, whose report about Eretz Yisrael demoralized our people. How could this be? After all the miracles of Hashem, the defeat of the Egyptians, and then Amalek, shouldn't Am Yisrael have realized that other nations were afraid of us and not the other way around? Only Yehoshua and Kalev showed true leadership and told Am Yisrael that the conquest of the land was achievable because Hashem was with them. Only they lived to enter the land of Israel. They had faith in themselves, in their mission, and in the people they led. In his book, Lessons in Leadership, Rabbi Lord Jonathan Sachs cites a completely different perspective by quoting the commentary of the Lubavitcher Rebbe Zatzal, who explains that the Meraglim knew that Hashem was with them. They knew it. And with his help, they could achieve victory. After all, these people were leaders and Nesiim. The Rebbe explains that they were not afraid of defeat, rather, they were afraid of victory. In the Midbar, they lived in close and continuous proximity to Hashem. They ate man from heaven, they drank water from a rock, they were surrounded by the Ananei Kavod. If and when they moved to Eretz Yisrael, they would have to work the land like every other nation. The Meraglim said to themselves, what would happen to their unique relationship with Hashem? He wouldn't be so visible. He wouldn't be openly miraculous as he was in the desert. The Meraglim didn't fear failure. They feared success. A noble sin, but still a sin, said the Rebbe. Hashem wants us to bring the Shekhinah into our everyday life, in the office, on college campus, in business, on farms, on kibbutzim. But our challenge is to create a space for Hashem in the midst of this physical world. We can't fear success and change, and even when what success can bring, we must find a place for Hashem wherever we are. Says Rabbi Sachs, I love this part, the antidote to fear of both failure and success lies in the end of the parsha with the mitzvah of tzitzit, the fringes on a garment with the thread of techelet, blue. He says blue is the color of the sky. It's the color of heaven. Blue is what we see when we look up. And when we do, when we look up, we can overcome our fears. When we rely on Hashem, we don't need to fear our success or our defeat. My dear graduates, I hope we've taught you here at SK to look up and find Hashem, wherever you are, in all stages of your lives, through multiple entry points. There is never, ever just one way to do so. At senior night, we pay tribute to each one of you as unique individuals with your special traits and gifts from Hashem, a culmination of our 4 years together. Please know that it has been a zchut to watch you evolve and to find your special place in the halls and classrooms of SKA, your second home and family, and for us to empower you to become confident and comfortable young women who know how to reach beyond your comfort zones so that you can look to the blue in the heavens without fearing defeat or success in our panic zones. As our 21st graduating class, you have come a long way since Yom Chaverut. Your freshman year started out relatively ordinary, but at the end of the year, Nebuch, we were all challenged by the kidnapping of Eyal, Gilad, and Naphtali, Hashem Yikom Damam, and had to process the sadness of their loss and the subsequent war in Gaza that summer. How you loved Leil Yun and your sophomore lobbying trip to Washington and learning about Israel advocacy that year. And you lost color war. Okay. In junior year, you experienced our Ahavat Yisrael trip and learned about many different types of Orthodox Jews. As the senior class of 2017, you rose to another level, channeling your strengths, your leadership, your penchant for chesed with gymnasia girls and others. You became leaders in production and nurtured the underclassmen with sensitivity and warmth. I saw it every day during those rehearsals. Who could forget your collaborative attempts to escape the room, or your memorable day in LA presentation at this year's Shabbaton, where every senior played a role, Dr. Phil and all. You have served as leaders. You have served as leaders on all of our sports teams, clubs, and academic teams, on scappenings and publications. Your leadership on this year's Israel Action Committee nurtured a deeper commitment to Medinat Yisrael while supporting APAC, our parent-daughter NORPAC lobbying trip, and a visit of a troop of Chayalim to SKA. How you loved dressing up during Adar as SKA staff members, pregnant and otherwise, and how we appreciated your hysterical senior spiel video. Thank you for gracing my home on Purim night with your spirited dancing, your singing, your simcha, and your voracious appetites. Through a grant with the OU on Tefillah this year, we piloted Tefillah workshops with your grade, and we instituted the Hallel Project in memory of Ariel Hallel, Aleha Shalom, with you, our seniors, and you gobbled up the opportunities, enriching your own Tefillah and your connection to Hashem. You followed the blue upward by finding deeper meaning through your Sidurim. You coordinated a magnificent Hakarat Hatov luncheon for our entire staff and presented a video writing individual letters to each teacher expressing your appreciation and gratitude. And to the chagrin of the juniors, you won this year's color war through teamwork and amazing creativity. And on your senior trip, I understand Tuesday night the place was rocking with your dancing and singing. You have produced a gorgeous yearbook where I learned yesterday afternoon all about being a Stella sister, the Sarah versus Shira Club, and even the Brady Bunch. Reading through the yearbook made me smile, laugh, and reflect at the 4 years we've spent together. How Hashem has blessed you all. Sincere and determined students who enjoy learning and growing and connecting with your grade level advisors and teachers. You have become empowered to think deeply and critically, to work collaboratively and independently, to achieve academically and communicate effectively. You have excelled in new areas like engineering and our graphic design program, and adorned our halls with your artwork. You have won science and math competitions, championships in mock trial, Torah ball, basketball, other sports, Talmud, and many academic scholarships to colleges. We are so, so proud, so proud. And now it is time to express Hakarat Hatov to all those individuals who publicly and privately make your 4 years of growth and friendship a reality. We couldn't do it without them. We thank the Steinberg and Abraham families for their generosity and foresight in dedicating our school in the name of Stella K. Abraham, Aleha Hashalom, a woman who lived to 102 years and inspired many with her wisdom, kindness, generosity, and commitment to Torah, the klal, and of course, more than anything, family. I've been blessed to work with lay leadership whose vision and commitment to SKA are unparalleled. Our new dynamic presidents, Mitch Kirshner and Nathaniel Rogoff, have shown exemplary leadership while enhancing educational excellence and 21st century learning strategies at SKA and throughout, frankly, all of our HALB institutions. We are grateful here for their steadfast commitment to women's education and their extraordinary support of our many initiatives. Toda Rabbah to Lance Hurd, our chairman of the board, whose vision and commitment to HALB are legendary. Our deep Hakarat Hatov to our beloved executive director, Richie Hagler, who offers us support, guidance, friendship, and occasionally even a good laugh on a daily basis. We thank our assistant executive director, Chaim Hollander, for his daily help, especially in executing this graduation and its many details. To Rabbi Kamenetsky, Rabbi Lebetsky, and Mr. Alta, my fellow principals, how I appreciate our collegiality and working together on our HALB's Principals Council as we brainstorm, collaborate, and learn so much from each other. It's always fun and a pleasure. I want to thank Marjorie Kellner, our SKA board liaison, whose partnership, friendship, perspective, support, and advice I deeply, deeply value. Mazel tov on Rachel's graduation today. To all of the members of our parent council, so ably co-chaired by Mindy Aryeh and Etty Hirschberg. Thank you all for your dedicated efforts, leadership, and friendship, and the special perks and programs you provide for our students and teachers too. Mazel tov to you, Mindy, on the graduation of your daughter, Chani. And to former parent council head Yocheved Goldberg on the graduation of Ariella. The unique atmosphere at SKA and the outstanding education our students receive is due to our extraordinary faculty and support staff, a staff who teaches and cares, who inspires and values independent and critical thinking, a staff that encourages and is nurturing, and is ever so devoted to their students' success and well-being, and their own professional growth and development. The world is changing so rapidly today, and our staff keeps engaging their students while utilizing and learning new strategies and technologies. I consider it an honor and privilege to work with you all. Your passion, skill, and dedication are unparalleled. May I ask for your applause as we salute our faculty team, SKA. I would like to take this opportunity to wish a special mazel tov and offer our hakarat hatov to Mrs. Leah Feinberg, chairman of our Tanakh department, on her upcoming aliyah to Israel with her family. After 21 years of passionately teaching Torah, infusing our students with religious Zionism, and mentoring SKA graduates as new Limudei Kodesh teachers at SKA, finally Mrs. Feinberg gets to realize her dream too. Mazel tov. I'd also like to acknowledge the retirement of Senora Toby Perlmutter, beloved Spanish teacher of 22 years, and wish her much mazel and good health. We will miss you both so much. What wonderful partners I have in running SKA. Ms. Chechik, you began your SKA experience 4 years ago with the arrival of the class of 2017. And enhanced our school community with your positive energy, your warmth, and your kindness. You are a talented educator and a communicator par excellence, a student advocate with a passion for scholarship and a love of Israel and Jewish history. We thank you for your multifaceted Israel advocacy programs that just captured our school community and engaged so many of our students, earning the respect of the community at large. Your ideas have enriched our special programs and curriculum. Please accept our wishes to you for mazel and bracha as you embark on your new leadership opportunity in the fall. Mrs. Dina Cobry, you have worked tirelessly with our seniors this year, helping them transition through the senior experience and preparing them for post-high school, while expertly welcoming new staff members to SKA. Ms. Flammenhaft, you have quickly earned the respect and affection of our freshmen in particular, and our faculty with your dedication, warmth, wisdom, and availability. Rabbi Yosef Zakatinsky, you transform our school to a place that is overflowing with energy, excitement, and opportunities to develop personal strengths and interests. Your neshama, your heart, and your organization skills are a winning formula, and we thank you for an amazing senior trip, Color War, Shabbaton, and the list goes on and on and on. Mrs. Ellie Kamenetsky, you lovingly assist each student in developing her own realization of Hashem's presence in all aspects of her life through student-centered initiatives. Your passion for keeping your teaching relevant and your creativity and ongoing projects never cease to amaze me, dazzle me too. Your dedication to our students and graduates are boundless. Mrs. Sandy Pomerantz, you support the daily systems of our school in the classroom and beyond. All that you accomplish is done with grace, aplomb, professionalism, and your signature smile that we deeply value. You are all team players, and I'm grateful for your display of love and concern while striving for excellence in every which way. Special thanks to Alyssa, Joyce, and Machli, ably assisted by Leah and Linda. And Machi, we wish you mazel tov on Batsheva's graduation today. You run our office with kindness, with warmth and competence, and we love you too. Thank you. And of course, what would we do without our maintenance and security crew? You've taken care of all of us and ensure our safety. To you, our parents, thank you. Thank you for entrusting us with your daughters 4 years ago. It has been a privilege and pleasure to serve as partners with you in your daughters' growth and development. May we always have joint nachat from your beautiful and talented daughters. Can't wait to hear all the exciting things they'll be doing. And now, my girls, our hakarat hatov to you, all 87 of you, for helping make SKA what it has become. As the years progress and you pursue your higher education, and as you become wives and mothers in Emirat Hashem, and very, very accomplished as leaders in our community too, Emirat Hashem, please keep in touch with us to share in your smachot. We want to put it in scappenings. And be sure to join us for learning and sports programs, chesed projects, and Rabbi Eisenbach's class on Friday. May you all continue to grow in your personal avodat Hashem and your pursuit of knowledge and scholarship, whether in Eretz Yisrael or in university. Always know a few Mrs. Spurnisms and we're done. Always know who you are and strive to be who you are meant to become. Seize the opportunity to create a Kiddush Hashem. And chas v'shalom, never a chil Hashem. Never forget to look upward to find the blue in Shemayim and your special relationship with Hashem. We miss you. Yes, we love you very much. Mark your calendars for Monday evening, January 1st, 8 p.m. in Yerushalayim, Ir HaKodesh, for our SKA reunion. Emirat Hashem, I hope to be there with Mrs. Ralbag, dressed in blue, shepping nachat that you have expanded your commitment to Am Yisrael, Torah Yisrael, and Eretz Yisrael. Shalom uvracha, and of course, lehitraot.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Spurn. Just an announcement, a gold pin has been found, so if it's yours, you can claim it after the ceremonies. Now it's my pleasure to introduce Rabbi Yosef Zakutinsky, who's going to present the Keser Shem Tov Award to Chai 11.
Good morning. The Mishnah in Perek Yavo states there are 3 crowns. There is the crown of Torah, which refers to Torah learning. There is the crown of Kahuna, priesthood, and there is the crown of Malchus, which is kingship. The Mishnah in Perek Yavo goes on to say that the Keser Shem Tov Ola al Gabehen, the crown of a good name, a Shem Tov, surpasses them all. This last crown adorns someone whose sterling character and good deeds earns him or her the respect and affection of all. It is interesting that the Keser Shem Tov is different than the other 3 crowns. The other 3 individuals, the Torah scholar, the Kohen, or the Melech, the Torah mandates, requires us to show honor to each and every one of them. On the other hand, the one who has earned a Keser Shem Tov, the one who has earned a beautiful reputation, there are no such demands in the Torah to show honor to an individual like this. Nevertheless, it is considered superior to the other 3 crowns, in the sense that even Torah scholars, Kohanim, and kings are not deserving of our respect and honor if they fail to earn and to achieve a Keser Shem Tov as well. That is what the Mishnah means when it states, V'Keser Shem Tov Ola al Gabehen. The Keser Shem Tov is what defines their true crowning glory. The seniors in the graduating class of 2017 were asked to choose a fellow classmate whose actions and deeds have earned the respect and admiration of all, a Keser Shem Tov. It is my pleasure to present the well-deserved Keser Shem Tov Award to Chaya Levine.
Good morning and Boker Tov. Lehorinu, lekrovinu, lemorinu, lemenahalinu, velekita shel tafshin ayin zayin. As a member of the modern Orthodox community since birth, I've observed the world around me. And as I've gotten older, one thing has become abundantly clear to me. This community is fearless. Why? because we do not fear that our religiosity will be threatened by the secular world. Since the beginning of our education, we have been taught to explore, to seek knowledge and information from every discipline of study. We have been encouraged to reap the benefits and pleasures of modern philosophy, culture, and art. Simultaneously, however, we have been taught to live in the name of God, to form a relationship with that which is infinite, our Creator, and to walk in the ways of the Torah, in the ways of our parents, and in the ways of our grandparents. In a sense, we all straddle a tightrope, constantly balancing these two worlds, the Torah world and the secular world. And while at times this can be confusing, it is also a privilege. Because from on top of this tightrope, we have a spectacular view. We see the passion and the timeless beauty of our tradition, our Masorah, on one side, and we see the dynamism and excitement of modernity on the other side. Until this very point, we have had the daily support and the guidance of our dedicated teachers, our peers, and our families as we walked along this tightrope. But now, on the doorstep of independence, it is our responsibility to forge our singular destinies. In Behaloscha, we read that Bnei Yisrael finally left Har Sinai. They left the spiritual sanctity of the mountain and embarked on their journey toward Eretz Yisrael. Tosfos in Masechet Shabbos explains that Bnei Yisrael ran from the mountain like excited children. The people had an intense desire to break free from the mountain and were overtaken by their anticipation. This action is a turning point for Bnei Yisrael. After Bnei Yisrael run away from the mountain, they begin a speedy descent towards sin and villainy. The nation was unable to retain their connection to God while existing in the physical world. Overwhelmed by the prospect of novelty, by the prospect of a new stage, the people quickly discarded their memories of their spiritual pasts and neglected the Torah. This same challenge, the dichotomy of synthesizing a relationship with God and a relationship with the surrounding world, truly resonates. We too must learn how to cling to our Orthodox Jewish identities and values as we enter a colossal world filled with beliefs and opinions that may directly challenge and contradict our faith and our way of life. As we approach this defining struggle, we will look back upon our upbringing and our Jewish education for the courage, for the strength, and for the tools that we need to triumph. We must strive to remain connected to our very own spiritual mountains, our teachers, our parents, and our own knowledge of Torah. We must remember that if something is correct and it is truth, then it will prevail and endure forever in the face of all adversity. This shared knowledge that we will now each begin to navigate the world unites us as a class for one final time. I wish the graduating class of 2017 tremendous hatzlacha on this mission. And with some sadness, yet much excitement, look forward to seeing the great heights our individual tightropes will reach. Thank you, congratulations, and mazel tov.
Thank you, Chaya, for that beautiful speech. And now it's my pleasure to introduce Nicole Israeli, who will deliver the valedictory address.
בוקר טוב, חברים ומשפחה, תלמידות, מורים, ויותר מכל, בוגרות של כיתה 2017. זה כבוד גדול לנאום לפניכם באירוע המיוחד הזה. תודה להשם עבור כל הטוב שגמלת לנו ולכל משפחותינו, שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה. Good morning, friends and family, students, teachers, faculty, and most of all, graduates of the class of 2017. It is an honor to speak to you on this very special occasion. The Mishnah in Pirkei Avot teaches us a lesson from the Anshe Knesset HaGadola, the men of the Great Assembly, Ha'amidu Talmidim Harbe, raise many students. Simply, the Mishnah is telling the educators that they should teach as many students as they can. However, if we take a closer look at the word ha'amidu, it doesn't simply mean to raise. Actually, it means to cause to stand. The job of an educator is to give the students the tools with which she can stand on her own. The saying goes, give a person a fish, you feed him for a day. Teach him to fish, you feed him for a lifetime. Additionally, Perek Lamed Daled of Tehillim says, Lechu banim shimuli yirat Hashem alamdechem. Of all the verses in Tanakh, Rav Meir Shapira, founder of the Daf Yomi, had these words inscribed at the entrance to his yeshiva, Yeshiva Chochmei Lublin, a major center for Torah study in Poland. When asked about why he specifically chose to display the words Lechu banim to students coming into the yeshiva, Rav Meir Shapira explained that all the while that the students are in the yeshiva, it isn't noteworthy when they act according to what is expected of Bnei Yeshiva. It didn't indicate that Yirat Hashem had penetrated their souls. But when Lechu banim, when the students of the yeshiva return to their homes, when they are free to do and act as they please and still act as Bnei Yeshiva, then this is a clear indicator of Yirat Hashem alamdechem. Successful alumni are the ones who take the yeshiva with them wherever they go. They are those who work on continually developing their own relationship with God and putting into practice the many lessons they have learned throughout their yeshiva education. Similarly, a Gemara in Kedushin brings down the question, Talmud Gadol or Maaseh Gadol? Is learning or performing deeds greater? Rabbi Tarfon argues that Maaseh Gadol, that the purpose of Avodat Hashem is the performance of mitzvot and actualization of God's will in the form of action. In contrast, Rabbi Akiva argues Talmud Gadol, and sees a life of learning as the fulfillment of the purpose of God's service. The Zakenim concluded that Talmud Gadol Talmud mevi lidei maseh. Learning is great because it leads to action. The purpose of learning isn't merely intellectual work, but the development of man's personality and the shaping of his desire to follow God's path. Learning leads to the internalization of the values of the Torah that constitute the foundation of our lives and must be translated into action in order to be meaningful. Even in the course of learning, the learner must look for the relevance of the study to his life, as the Ramban says in a letter he wrote to his son. When you arise from the book, search through what you've learned to see if it contains something that you can fulfill. Baruch Hashem, our teachers here at SKA have not only provided us with an education, they have equipped us with the ability to stand on our own. They fulfilled Ha'amidu Talmidim Harbe. Furthermore, they have taught us this crucial lesson that a person's learning can't remain theory. Rather, it must constantly be used, put into practice, and must be allowed to shape our lives even after we leave school. To my fellow graduates, it has been many years of lifelong friendships and lasting memories. I speak for myself, but I'm sure this is true for others as well. The people and environment I surround myself with play a big role in my learning and growth. As we reach the next stage of our lives and leave SKA, I hope that we can take all that we have learned with us, even as Lechu banim, even as we leave behind our home away from home. To the faculty, Hamshichu la'amid talmidim harbe. We appreciate your efforts on our behalf and will continue to be influenced by all that you have taught us. A final thanks to all our loved ones. We hope to always make you proud.
Thank you, Nicole. And now for the highlight of the graduation ceremonies, the presentation of the diplomas, I call upon Mr. Mitchell Kirshner, Mr. Nathaniel Rogoff, Ms. Razy Chechik, and Ms. Dina Kobry to do the presentations.
Kayla Sherman. Miriam Farkas. Chaya Sarah Bodick. Dahlia Spilzinger. Chanala Bodick. Daniela Kohler. Mindy Diamond. Batsheva Steinberg. Sarah Meira Weissman. Tzipora Kupferstein. Sarah Weitz. Tehila Mammon. Ariel Jacobowitz. Naomi Fox. Gabriella Spurgell. Shoshana Laufer. Shira Fagan. Chaya Levine. Shani Axelrod. Shoshi Tuckman. Miriam Alyashmirani. Sarah Zilmanowitz. Devora Spielman. Chavalea Cohen. Sima Hollander. Khani Aryeh. Miriam Kazlau. Shira Sassoon. Shira Strauss. Julia Rose. Ariella Goldberg. Tamara Mordukowitz. Sarah Aryeh. Nicole Israeli. Esther Fruchter. Shira Tobali. Noah Silverstein. Ayelet Klar. Miri Rogoff. Rivka Zimmerman. One second. We're going to go to more. Adina Shupak. Liba Wilimowski. Deanie Ackerman. Devora Zweig. Rebecca Safra. Shani Eisenberg. Dahlia Mandelbaum. Racheli Lovi. Eliana Kuttner. Sarah Kurtz. Michal Feldman. Talia Lipsky. Racheli Helfgott. Henny Neustadt. Atara Brandspiegel.
To heal a deal. She's only getting that.
Yeah. Tehila Deal. Isabella Olener. Rivka Dayan. Ricky Bruckenstein. Esther Lamb. Zahava Wiener. Olga Tawil. Abigail Levitz. Sarah Evans. Rebecca Klein. Kayla Silverstein. Esty Cohen. Shira Kurland. Abigail Hackle. Marnie Gottesman. Barucha Book. Abby Hofstetter. Marjorie, you ready? You ready? Are you ready? You want to announce your daughter's name? Sure. Go for it.
Rachel Kellner.
Golda Daphna. Ruthie Glazer. Alexandra Winter. Jordana Lichter. Danielle Nussbaum. Elisheva Shalev. Anael Florian. Sarah Haskell. Michal Miller. Adina Markowitz. Ariel Lieberman. Shani Bodner. Sophia Kotkis. Tess Simon. Kenny. Mazel tov to the class of 2017.
I would just like to recognize Mrs. Mindy Aryeh and Mrs. Etty Hirschberg, who gave the gifts to the graduates. Okay, and shortly we'll begin the recessional, after which you're all invited to a collation, which is outside in the tent. Please use all available doors. Oh, you have to graduate the girls?
Where do I go? Right here? Okay.
You're on.
Thank you.
Yes, say that first line.
Here?
Yes, we ask that our graduates.
We ask that our graduates please rise and face their families. I am proud to present the 87 members of the SKA graduating class of 2017, Tufshin Ayin Zion. As you are completing the requirements set forth by the Board of Regents and the State of New York and the Stella K. Abraham High School for Girls, we would like to ask you to officially move your tassel from right to left. Mazel tov, you did it!
Go, start going.
An hour and 12 minutes. Bye-bye.
Style, this is good. The girl who gave the Kessel Shane thing, that was a pretty heavy speech.
Please use all exits out to the collation. All the doors are available for use. Go right out for the collation, and Mazel Tov. Mazel Tov.
Please use doors in the front. Please use the doors in the front. There's no line there.